Welcome to another episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Robert Febles. What's good, Robert?
Yo, what up, man? What's
How
going
you
on,
doing, man?
Staxx?
I
What's going
appreciate
on,
you.
Staxx?
Thank you.
XXX. What's up,
Thank you for
brother?
coming, man. I appreciate you coming on the show.
Oh, man, thank you for allowing me to come down.
Of course, man. So a lot of people don't know, but you saved a woman recently from a burning building.
Yeah, that actually, that was about 8 months ago. It was me and my partner George, the same. Yo, a great brother, one of the best partners somebody can have. And we were actually just finishing our route, not even finishing our route, but we were finishing. It was on 68 in the Utrecht. We was actually just finishing that block.
Yeah.
So when we the window in the sanitation truck, it's like a movie theater. I swear to God, you see all types of stuff going on. That's how big the window is, like a truck, big truck window. And so when we finished the last garbage stop from that block, it's actually off the corner. So when as we were walking BSing, we jumped into the truck. Here it goes. We see people videotaping, what's going on. There was smoke billowing. I love that word, billowing. And I threw it out when it first came out.
Billowing.
I had people, because of my personality, they were like, billowing? I ain't gonna lie, I don't know where I got that word from. But the smoke was billowing. Even the news was using that.
Did
Yeah,
you and your
that's my
partner?
partner George right there. So
Shout out to George.
yeah, George was saying, "Yo, love you, brother, man. What a great brother, man." So we heard the lady screaming. We just jumped out of the truck simultaneously. We ran across the street, and she's like, my mother's upstairs. We were like, what? Like what? We ran upstairs. It was
How
about
big is the
25
building?
steps. Huh?
How big is the building?
It's not a big building, but it's like a two-floor, two-family building. Two-family off the corner, elevated train right on that New York elevated train. So it's a two-story building. Um, inside it was about 25 steps to the second floor, something like that. Who's counting? But
Yeah.
yeah, we ran right in. It was pitch black in there. I got to shout out this Spanish Latino dude that was actually he never got no recognition behind it, but he was right behind us, and he had the light. Well, I never saw him come in the building, but as my partner George, he was in there right before me. He's a little faster, and we got the mother from the kitchen down the stairs, and the Hispanic guy was just there with his cell phone, and he was just with the cell phone light, as a guide to get down the stairs.
Yeah, like so all the factors coming into play like really helped it all come together, right?
Yeah, it was intense, man. It was intense. It's like we're talking. I want to say about 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So the mother was out there with the kids, like in their underwear. It's like this is morning time, And I was like, hey, you guys just moved here? How long you guys been here? Because we've been on these routes. We've been on this route for who knows how long, and
So it was
we've been
chilly. It
on
was
this
the
route. We've been
morning
on this
time.
route for a long time. So I had to ask I asked the guy like I never seen them. I was like, how long you been here? They actually just moved there. So they came from a shelter or something like that, at the Bronx, the shelter. And I was like, wow, it was so early in the morning. I grabbed whatever money I had in my pocket. It was about $40. I was like, here, go take this, wherever you go, at least you got some money for some breakfast. And my partner, he grabbed the kids. The ambulance showed up. We brought the family over to the ambulance. Then the fire department showed up, and then the fire department showed up. So we're giving out. My supervisor was on the scene. My supervisor James, he was on the scene giving out all the information, the names. But then again, after a little while, like we had to go. We had to finish our route.
Yeah, you got to
That's
finish.
what we do.
You're
We pick
doing
up
your
garbage.
job.
So
Yeah, you got to
the,
do your
the, the
job,
fire
man.
department was like, where's Robert and George? The supervisor's like, they gotta go pick up garbage. Oh man.
But you guys went and got your route done, right?
We got the route done. We actually got the route done. So last night the Red Cross, they honored us. My job, sanitation, they gave us this medal. We got like the highest Let's see if I can get it in there. They gave us the highest medal.
Damn.
Valor, a medal of
Medal, yeah,
Medal of Valor.
medal
That's
of
what I had to
valor,
read it.
yeah.
Don't mess me up with the words.
Congratulations,
I
man.
had a Medal
Yo,
of Valor.
you deserve that, man.
Yeah,
Really.
we got this, and then the Red Cross, they reached out to us, and they were like, hands down, in a committee, they all saw our video, and they picked us to they want to have us at the gala. You know, they're gonna throw the words anytime you feel like spitting it out there. Throw the words. They're gonna honor us. That's what it is. They're gonna honor us.
Yeah.
You know. But
So I have the video that they made from it was last night, right? They put this together.
yeah, they put it on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna play this, and this is really great stuff, man. Shout out to George. And shout out to the Red Cross.
I'm working for the sanitation department for the last 17 years. Actually working outside every day, you see everything.
Oh, my partner George, I'll tell you, if you ever met the nicest person in the entire world, great father, you know, he's dedicated to his family 100%, and he's a great guy at the job.
Robert is a very caring guy. He'll give you the shirt off his back if he had to. He definitely commands the room when he walks in. On a daily basis, we pretty much argue on who's going to buy breakfast.
I can tell you, me and George, we know our routes. As he moves to the left, I'm moving to the right. You know, I move to the left, he moves to the right. We're like a phenomenal team.
How long you guys been working together for?
Solidify along the route.
We got about
the backstop on 68th Street.
We got about.
We just looked up and we saw
years.
smoke and coming out of the window.
And then we hear the lady screaming help. It's just, you know, when she was, I'm like, forget about it. It was this piercing help scream. Like as soon as I heard the scream,
Damn, they got the video of it.
I jumped right out the truck.
Those are all the people,
and I ran across the street. As I'm doing
showing
that
video of the ones
George is like right next to me.
And at the same time,
they just staying there watching it with their phones, right?
With a child,
that's what they were doing.
So we just ran to the woman and said, "What was the problem?"
The lady's like, "My mother's upstairs," and George was in the building. First guy in the building.
Second, I got to the top of the stairs. It was dark, so I just went in maybe about 6 to 8 feet, and I just heard screaming. When I heard screaming, I just put my arms out. She grabbed me, and when she grabbed me, I just walked backwards to where I came in. Oh my goodness, it was completely dark. I thought like a movie, you would see like little places burn in, and no, completely black.
As fast as we went in there and got that lady out, whether there was a smell, whether there were flames, I can't even tell. But I know I got up there, grabbed the lady's arm. George had the left arm, I had the right, and we got it down. She was a little heavy, so we were trying to just make sure we get one step at a time.
When we came back out, we actually waited, and the fire department came. I took the child to the ambulance, and Robert gave money to the family for breakfast so they can wash their clothes. After
doing all that, you know, we had to go back and finish our route.
We didn't think of it as being like heroic.
But yo, thank God you guys didn't get hurt, man.
Done,
you know?
Yeah, even and if more people even if you do get hurt, man, you got a little bit of their time, either to donate or help, go to a shelter, whatever that they would do. I think the world, in somewhat, would be a better place.
Very commendable, bro.
Your Staxx, I'm
real,
gonna tell
man.
You, the Red Cross, they invited us down to the gala on 51st Street, and it's on Midtown, whatever, 51st West Side, off the West Side, you know, on the West Side. So we got down there. I'm talking, this was the event. I'm talking red carpet. This was no joke. Photo sessions with the big of the bigs. They standing ovation. These were beautiful. These were beautiful people, man. They gave us these medals. The Red Cross gave us this one right here. It's a nice medal right here. I'll put it over here. That's a nice medal right here. This metal's so big, I felt like the Lion in the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, man.
When they came, you got a red, something about you got the red thing there with the I felt like the Lion and Wizard of Oz. And then, and then
That thing's weighing your neck
mayor's
down.
office, and then from the mayor's office, we got the this metal right here. It's from the emergency management. We come over here. Yo, this is big. This is big. And you have to see he did the old
Wow.
he did the old like T with the thing, he passed it over. I'm telling you, standing ovation. After that, you had a cocktail. The dinner was fabulous.
Maybe a lot of people don't
amazing.
know, man, but you were involved with 9/11 too. You helped out 9/11 when that happened.
Yeah. Again, when I was being interviewed by them, I gotta say the American Red Cross is huge. Right now, they're out there in Ukraine, helping the people in Ukraine. They got the Red Cross across the world, Africa, everywhere that help. People go out of their way, they volunteer and they help. When I was a first responder with 9/11, it was amazing. Like you're still standing there in the middle of soot, like in the middle of. I'm telling you, my unit, we was in the gut of the gut. We was in the belly of the beast right there, in the middle of everything there, breathing that, and the Red Cross was right there. Right there. They had food, supplies, clothing, boots, socks, underwears, you name it, they had it. They was down there helping us. And I gotta applaud them and I take my hat off to them to say thank you. I know in reference to a person like me that I was a first responder. We did save the lady, but I always gonna say as a gentleman to say, hey, thanks, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
So, do you want to explain how you got involved into being a first responder?
Oh,
And then if you can,
well, and with the first
how
responder,
9/11 came about and how you got involved with that too.
we I joined the Army National Guard in Puerto Rico, and my son was born out in Puerto Rico, so I was out there as a young man with my son's mother, and it got a little boring out there, so somebody was like, yo, you want to go join the Army thing? And I was like, nah, really. And they were like, listen, I'm gonna go take the test. You want to go take the test? And I was like, whatever, let's go do it. It happened to be that I passed and he failed. So from there, I went to boot camp. I did training. I was actually also a first responder for Hurricane Hugo in Puerto Rico. So that was anybody know about hurricanes and that hurricane ripped apart. I'm talking about ripped apart Puerto Rico.
I remember Hugo.
I'm talking about Wizard of Oz. Like houses were up Hugo. And out. I remember, and I never forgot this one.
Yeah.
One time we went up to a top of a mountain, and there was only like three. It was like like two walls standing. It was like a T type of shape. It was like a T type of shape wall. And there was a little kid just standing
top of
right
a
there.
Mountain. Where?
In Puerto Rico. I believe.
Where was the mountain? In Puerto.
What? What'd you say, Staxx?
A little kid just standing on the top of the mountain. What, after the hurricane?
No, his house. That was probably his house. In Puerto Rico, they got the mountains and they got the people who live in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? They got the cities and then they got the mountains. So we were riding around in deuce and a half, just helping people. And there was this one kid just like freezing. And of course it was the hurricane season, the weather drops. And then you in the mountain climate, the weather drops. So I gave him an army coat. I'm sure he's telling the same story. y'all remember the army guy?
About how you, yeah, he gave me the army coat. He's telling everybody the same exact story. But
I'm just thinking,
the other side of it.
Story, but reverse. I remember the guy. He gave me the army coat, but in Spanish though. Yeah. You probably have to read the bouncing ball if you don't speak Spanish. But yeah. So I was the first responder with Hurricane Hugo. And then from there, I was interstate transfer into Brooklyn into a unit, 187 Field Artillery. And I believe that's, I'm going to say Best Eye. I'm not even sure. It's off of Eastern Parkway. So I was with that unit for a while. And I can't recall what was the time frame. Can't really remember. But at that time, again, it's the National Guard. One weekend,
Type of things did what type of things did you do when you
oh,
were
training. And
involved in that type of
we'll bring it back to
artillery?
the movies. They go,
Yeah.
what you was doing, soldier? Training. What kind of training? Army training. We did army training. We was actually in a field artillery unit, which we trained. I'm gonna tell you, this is a funny thing. How would I say about the military? How we trained for something not as per 9/11, but very similar circumstances that lead up towards 9/11. Let me explain. We had weapon training, we had riot patrol training, we had protective mask training. We in a chemical environment, that's a chemical environment. Yo, we would down our mask, clear it, blow it,
Yeah.
and we got a protective mask. So here again, during the Army National Guard, it's only 1 week in a month, 2 weeks out of the year. We're weekend warriors. I gotta say, I still speak to these brothers from 187,
Yeah.
man. I love them, the old school. We was a group. We was an elite force of Brooklyn kids running into.
It doesn't
do
matter
army
how you
things.
serve. I don't think it matters, man, how you serve.
Right,
You
right. That's
serve,
what I
man,
said.
and it's
That's
commendable.
exactly what I
You know what I
said.
mean?
So
Yeah.
here we are, and here we are. We in the middle. At that time, I was working full time in Rikers Island. I was working inside the jail, the prison paralegal, for the Legal Aid Society. So I worked at C95, HDM. I was in all those buildings in Rikers Island. Man, I'll tell you one thing. I still love that Rikers Island.
Yeah.
I still love running around Rikers Island. But at that time, that's when 9/11 hit. Bam. So I got the call. Yo, it's on. Everybody's reporting to the unit. And by later on that night, by about, I'm not even saying later on, I think we was all there about 6 o'clock or something like that. We're in the middle of that whole 9/11 I want to say situation. No mask, just soldiers and BDUs. We the weapons we had.
So there's smoke everywhere.
Uh, it,
There's smoke, right?
it wasn't even smoke. If you ever go to a construction site and you see that ball that knocks the building down, and you see all
Mhm.
that dust, dirt, asbestos, everything that's crushed together. That's
Yeah.
what we were breathing. And
It's just
they threw us out
yeah.
there. They threw us to the
Holy.
wolves. We was out there with no protective mask. At first we had I think they gave us weapons. They gave us weapons. No bullets. I'm gonna be the first. Here we go. Bobby's here. He's the first to tell you we had no bullets.
They gave you
So,
weapons with no bullets,
no
man.
bullets.
Why
I was
would they
like,
do
stop
that,
playing.
man?
And I was a character. I'm still Bobby from the age of 17. I'm still me. I'm keeping it real. They caught me sleeping on the. We were working, what was it, like 17 hours? Like we was there because there was no plan. There's nobody with a strategic type of general colonel coming over and saying, you know what we got to do? We need the mask. We need this. We need that. There was no. It was just we were there.
Yeah.
Granted, we were there. We
Like
were
you,
doing our thing.
but did they have people?
Huh?
Did they have people to like you guys go to this section? You guys do this
Oh
on this
yeah,
section?
yeah. They dispersed us. So this even got better because I was with my man Johnny
Yeah.
B. I was with my man at first. I'm telling you, we were there for so many hours. Like we were doing about 17 hours, like a shift. Like we was exhausted. We were sleeping in the bench, waking up full of soot. Like we were waking up like statues full of soot. At one point, I'll tell you, when they gave the guns,
Oh, so it would be falling on you. It would be falling
the building already
while you're
fell.
sleeping.
This is the soot, the biohazard air just floating. The floating, you see the bodies out there. It was crazy. You seen everything out there. There was every agency in the city, every agency across the states was there. There was corruption there. I think
Yeah.
one spot we were guarding a building entrance. I don't know. We were just there. I can't remember if we was guarding or not. We were just there. Again, no ammo. There wasn't too much guarding going on with no ammo. It goes from like, like
I don't get that.
yeah. Yeah, it's like crazy. They caught me sleeping with my M16. I was so exhausted. He woke me up and he's like, What happens if the enemy comes? I'm like, how much bluffing am I gonna do? I got no bullets. Like, how much bluffing can you're like, freeze, don't move. Like, they just took out a
Stand
building.
down,
You
man. I'm
think they
telling
care
you,
about
man.
an M16? Like, they kill themselves. Like, what's the odds? Like, like,
Yeah.
shoot me.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck. Excuse the, like, shoot me. I'm like, I'm serious. I'll freaking pull this trigger.
Yeah,
Nah, I ain't gonna front. If I had some ammo, stop playing, boy. I'll turn your ass into a statue with that M16. I wouldn't play. But we had no bullets. And then with the protective mask, they never even brung those shits. So in all reality, when we was out there, we were just out there. A long story short, besides the first responder being out there, government threw the National Guard into a certain category, saying like we were activated, but not by the not by the federal. It was a state activation, so we don't get all the nooks and crannies that if you were to get as a federal activation. So anybody in National Guard guys, they dying of cancer or whatever it is, which we did have a few guys who died of cancer, got no help, no support unless you went overseas. They said, "No, that's not a war." What do you mean that's not a war? That's a war, kid. That's a war. That's a war. See, when now we send soldiers to go to war, this war was brought to us. That war was on our own home front.
Yeah.
And the military doesn't do nothing for us. And that's the God honest truth. But anyway,
so the people who served,
the people a funny thing though.
Who served?
What you said, Staxx?
The people who served as National Guard don't get any help. The people that were at 9/11, they get no help.
Well, this is what happened. The first responders at the 9/11, they said we were state. Then they seen how serious this was. I mean, I know, like at first you should have saw how serious it was, but after a while, they made it a federal activation for the reserves. So the National Guard, you got the reserves, and then you got the regular army. So National Guard they got nothing. They got. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm with the 9/11 health. 9/11 hospital health, something like that. I joined them. So right now they're testing my lungs. Been having a little, funny little breathing. I'm not gonna say I got problems breathing, but it's a little slower at 52. It's a little slower at 52.
Yeah, I mean,
but,
COVID doesn't help, man.
Oh,
COVID, when COVID out hit, there, it doesn't help.
Yeah, when COVID hit, I was like I was home, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was home from the job, so I was home with diabetic issues, so I didn't go out. I didn't go out. So for about 11 months, I was out. I was homebound during the hype of the COVID. So me and my wife was like, we were serious. Like I'm talking about like that was the curtain. Like I was going out in like a full ski
you're
outfit
reading all about it. You guys
I remember my
doing
son,
research and shit too. You guys
my
doing
son,
all this?
he wound up getting his appendix. I don't know. He said, "Yo, Dad, I got this appendix thing. I got to go to the hospital." So anyway, he told me he's at the hospital. He's gonna get the surgery. I was like, appendix? Ain't that something that used to happen in like the 90s or something like that? People used to have like the appendix burst or something like that, or have problems with their appendix like in the 90s. But he's like, Dad, I got it. I said, yo, my man, right after that surgery, yo, get out the hospital. I'm gonna come and scoop you up. And I said, right now, it's not like right now, hospitals is not a good look to be in. And especially you're not gonna have any family, anybody, nobody was even allowed to go in the hospital. So he was like, I was like, yo, as soon as you're done with that, yo, come out. Yo, come out. Just leave the hospital. I got you. And he called me the next day. He said, yo, I had the surgery, and I'm just waiting for my discharge papers. They lost my clothes. I said, so what? Come outside naked. Yo, come out with that little robe thing. Just I mean, I don't know. Put the whole
You know?
instead of putting the whole thing on your ass, like you put the hospital gown on. Yo, just
Yeah,
turn it.
turn it around. You
Turn it
turn
to
it
the front.
around.
At least you
Yeah.
don't got your ass hanging out. So when he came
Yeah,
out,
man.
I still wasn't playing. I had a bottle of alcohol, and he was walking out, and I was blasting him like, because I can't. I'm an older dude. I can't get that COVID. I'm not trying to mess around. So yeah, that was an adventure.
No, man.
That was an adventure. But yeah, so they anyway, that was the first responder there. And moving along, the thing that they did with the Red Cross was highly honored. I'm talking standing ovation. I'm talking white gloves. Yo, it was beautiful. People, I met some real beautiful people. One of the gentlemen, they raised $1 million. And that night alone, on top of the $1 million, and within like 5 minutes, they raised 100,000 and 100,000, 1,130 or something like that. 5 minutes. Tables were just throwing in
What?
25,
Shout out to J
$75,000
Dubs,
donations.
Double Dare.
Huh?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's really dope because it helps
but
people.
it's an honor, but there's always a blessing. I keep people who are blessed in my circle. I'm not a church guy, but I keep people blessed in my circle. And if I could tell you, I met great people there. I got a couple of good business cards that I'm gonna meet up shortly. Because I do art also. I do oil paintings, and
Yeah.
I've been doing oil paintings for a while already. I'm on Instagram, ROB the number 4 DUCE. Feel free to visit my page, check it out. This is one of my paintings in back of me. Let me just get out the way. That's one of my paintings. That's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's a beast. It's a big boy.
Look
That's
at
one of my
that,
paintings
man. Look
there.
at that painting, man. That's dope,
And
bro.
yeah, that's a beast. That's the Brooklyn. That
I'm
actually
on your I'm on your Instagram, right?
yeah,
We're on Instagram, right?
yeah. I'm also let me see if I can. I'm gonna spin this around here. I'm gonna just show you another one of my paintings. Let me just spin it this way.
What's your Instagram, Robert?
Oh,
I'm gonna show your Instagram. What's your
ROB the number 4
Yep.
DUCE. This is another painting. Hold on, I gotta lift it up. This is another painting. Let me zoom it in. I did a Jesus. It's like a train. I gotta like. It's so big.
Damn,
It's like a
bro.
train. It's like a train. This one. These are
That's
actually.
dope. It's got the soldiers. It's got the
Yeah,
soldiers around
that's
Jesus
when
on the
Jesus was
cross, huh?
passing. That's when Jesus was passing. That town. De La Rosa. That's the name of it. De La Rosa. One of my friends hit me up, and I was like, "What should I call this painting?" He was like, "De La Rosa," and I was like, "Oh, where De La Rosa?" All right. He goes, "That's the town that Jesus had to carry the cross." So that's him carrying the cross through the town. So that's actually, I don't know, that's about 3 years old or something like that. These are
That's
probably
crazy,
some
man.
of the. I think I did this one about 2 years ago. But time goes through COVID. You staying home, study. You can't go nowhere. Study, 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 study. I'm always studying. When I'm not studying, I'm doing some more studying. And so here's one of my other
Here's your
paintings that
here's some of your paintings. I'm gonna show your paintings.
yeah, check
Here's
them
the
out.
one
Yeah,
you
I was just
did.
gonna show
You
that
did that
one.
one for Palandra,
I
right?
got it right here in the kitchen. I got
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
man.
Oh, the Kobe. That's the one. My man Jimmy. Shout out to my boy Jimmy. What up,
Kobe.
Jim?
Yeah. Shout out to Jimmy from Bath Avenue. Go check him out.
Joey D, cup of my
Let's see
man
what else you
Muggs.
got.
I got
That one's pretty dope, man. Damn, bro.
of course
Look at
Brooklyn's in
that
the house.
Jesus one,
You got the
man.
Biggie, got the Jesus. Those are my practice sketches. Those are all my practice sketches. That's that's actually my sister-in-law's grandson, my wife's auntie grandma,
That's nice,
auntie
man.
grandma. That's their son there. Yeah, little Adrian, that little Adrian.
Wow, man. And you're an incredible artist, bro. You are an incredible artist, man. For real.
Kobe. That one goes out to my man Cronin. My man Cronin bought that off of me. Yeah, that's when he dunked on LeBron.
So you sell. So
let me stop right there. That's
have
actually,
you been in? Okay.
See that picture right there? This kid, I gotta tell you, you know,
Yeah.
when it stems from the artwork, people are like, how far back you go? So I come from Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Hold that picture there, right there, 1 second. And in Sunset Park, we
Yeah.
grew up again, Brooklyn, and a lot of graffiti artists. And this kid lived right across the street from me. His name was Roach. Shout out to the his name was Nizam Hewlett, you know, Indian kid. I don't know if you say Indian, you know, they're like Trinidad. I don't want to say Indian. Where he from? But they're like Indian.
Oh,
family,
no,
you know?
no. Indian from India. Indian from India is different.
You know what I'm saying? If all you,
You hear
let
me?
me just say it like this.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you
yeah,
people
yeah.
that are Indian, almost Indian, similar to Indian, close to Indians, nothing offensive.
For
You know what I'm saying?
all
You
the
can just
natives.
call me
Shout out
whatever
to
you
all the
want.
natives.
I won't be offended. I will not be offended. But, you know, Guyanese. I think it's from Guyanese. That's what it was. You know, Guyanese, they're like Indian people. You know, I don't know. Excuse my lingo, everybody. I love y'all, man. Yeah, excuse my. But he lived right across the street. That was his name, Roach, TFV. It stands for those fucking vandals. Yo, what a great graffiti artist he was, old school. And from him, you know, running around with him, a lot of guys from the Sunset Park area, old school graffiti writers, and he wind up getting to a fight with his girlfriend's father and wind up killing him. So he did about 25 years in jail, and then when he was extradited back to his country, you know, I talked to him for a few minutes, and then he had passed away. But you know, I ran him through a couple of layups with him to riding on the train. At that time, like I wanted to be a graffiti writer, but it just wasn't me. So I would just go along and just drink and hang out and smoke and while they were running around riding. But yeah, you can move it along. That's my man. Shout out to my
Yeah,
man.
yo, I was
the road
back in the
family.
day. I was into the graffiti artists, man. I was into the graffiti art.
You know who that is. That's my Paulie G.
Yeah, of course.
And that's Paulie G
Yeah,
and
shout
Jimmy.
out Paulie G, rest in peace.
Paulie G, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, the Bath Avenue boys. I gotta say, shout out my boy Tommy Lapatina from the garage. He also follows. Love you, brother. He's in my garage. He does a lot of following through Jimmy. And you know what goes on. That's another Kobe. Woo! Woo!
What's this? This is your tag?
No, that's just actually a picture I threw up, and I you know through the pictures and stuff. You know that's that John Staxx with the dunk.
Yo, you're good
you know
at
what's funny about
shading,
that
man.
painting?
Your shading's
You know what's funny about that
insane.
John Staxx painting?
What?
I had two people on Twitter,
What?
and some people they need millions of followers, but I had two people. One was a friend of my job, and the other one was this guy. What's his name there? Horace Grant. I was like, at first I saw it, I was like, who's Horace Grant? And we had two people, but who's Horace Grant? Horace Grant right there. He was from the dunk. Yo, amazing.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
That was
What's this one?
That's actually a friend of mine from the job. His father passed away, so I told him, you know, I'll do a painting for you. That was his father, you know.
It's awesome, man. So you've been how long have you been painting for? I love this one, man. Love this one.
I'm telling you, I've been drawing for many years. I'm gonna tell you, I was at the point where I was drawing, and the people I was drawing didn't look like them. Like you draw people and it didn't look like
yeah,
them.
you gotta hook them up.
So
listen, man, when I was in prison, right? These people used to draw other people's family and stuff. And when I was in jail, man, a lot of people would draw them and make them look all different. Like their teeth would be all jacked up and they'd make them look all perfect. It was crazy, man. And I'm like,
you.
that's not his girlfriend, man. Don't give him that. Like, what are you
Yeah,
doing,
yeah.
man?
I'll tell you.
He's like,
Like I said, man, when I first started drawing, it didn't quite look like the people I was drawing. And then after a while, I had that right there. That's a Brooklyn councilman right there. I worked with him. His name is Robert
that's
Kornicki
nice,
Jr.
man.
And I worked with Robert Kornicki Jr. in Rikers Island. He worked for social service. He's actually 7 feet tall. He's a big boy. This one
Look
right
at
here.
that, man.
Yo, he's 7 feet tall. And what a great guy. I always wonder what happened to him until one day I was listening to Channel 1 News and they were like, Robert Kornicki Jr., blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, he's a councilman. So I reached out and I did a painting for Robert Kornicki. And I'm gonna put him on blast, man. He never really thanked me for that shit.
Yeah.
That makes you wonder, that just makes you wonder, man. He threw a lot of smoke at me. He's a good dude, but I don't even think he posted it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he posted because I was supposed to, when I went to meet up with him.
How long does it take you to do a painting like that? Average.
Well, paintings. Well, let me show this one right here for an example. This is one of my latest.
That's awesome, man.
This is like, after study, all those paintings are prior years. This is like the newest painting. Let me zoom it in. This is like one of the newest painting. This is a famous rabbi, and what luck! If I could tell you, since I painted this, it's amazing. It's amazing what luck. I'm not even gonna put this on the chopping block. And I think I'm just gonna do another one and just keep this one in the kitchen. Wife said we go hang this one in the kitchen. So I sometimes during dinner, nice, if I was a rich man, I play this song.
Listen, man, I think you're on the right direction, man. Your art's incredible. You have a heart that's huge. Like, what more do you need, man? You got happiness. I think you're a rich man already, man.
You know what? I'm not looking for rich. I'll be honest with you. I'm blessed to have the job that I have. I'm blessed to have the people in my life that are in my life. And I'm blessed to have the people that I'm with, my family, my grandkids, my son. He's my right-hand man. My daughter, who never calls me, she can't when I catch you. But
mine too, man. Mine too. Shout out to Kai, my daughter, man. She doesn't ever call his dad. She doesn't ever want to hang out.
Them out. My daughter,
you gotta block. You gotta block them from their friends. Like, no, not tonight. Now you're coming with me.
But
you know how it is, man. The kids always want to hang out.
Kids too, man. Love my wife's kids. They beautiful kids, man. They're all up and coming. Shout out to Macho. He's out there in Japan, in the Air Force. So I'm blessed. What more, what more am I looking for? More. That's what we look for. We always look to, look for more. Not saying I'm looking for more, but when more comes, we always pushing forward. So what more? You push forward. Instead of having regular orange juice, we're having Tropicana today. And then again, you
gotta keep going.
Not every painting I have
never ending process, man.
I sold paintings and made money on paintings, and I gave paintings away. I remember one of the beginning first paintings I did Jesus on one knee holding the cross. And I met this dude at the laundromat, and I'm always talking about my paintings. So he told me, he said, you don't have no money to buy no paintings. And I'm like, it's all right. I'm like, what do you do anyway? He's like, I'm a preacher. I was like, are you? He said he preaches in 2 churches. Very, very nice guy. Now I was like, all right, I said, I live right down the block. Yeah. Come down, I'm gonna show you one of my paintings. I'm right down the block, 2 minutes. So he all right, he comes down the block. I said, wait right here. I ran upstairs. My son was there, and I grabbed the painting right off my living room wall, wrapped it. I didn't wrap. I kind of like wrapped it with the plastic wrap. So I went downstairs. I said, "Yo, check it out." Yo, he was floored. Yo, he was floored. He was like so amazed. You know, it was actually I think 24 by 20 or something like that. I can't remember the size, but he was like, "Wow, that's an amazing.
It was
amazing
good
artist."
size, like a big one.
Yeah, it's a nice size. It's a nice size.
Yeah, it was a big one, like
about
the one in back of you.
Something. And I said, you like it? He goes, yeah, that's amazing, man. He goes, that's amazing. I said, it's yours. Yo, take it home with you, brother. Yo, that guy cried. My son was floored. He was like, yo, Dad, that guy was crying. I said, you know what it is? That painting was meant for him. You know, that painting was just meant for him. So I gave paintings away. You know, I sell my paintings, but I got some new ones.
So Joe Cerna,
huh? What'd you say,
Staxx? Joe Cerna here. He asked you sell them, and what's the price for the painting?
Oh, I have. If you go, hey, what's up, Cerna? How you doing, brother? Yo, thank you for coming on and asking the questions. If you go to my Instagram page, on the top of my page, it shows a pay scale. I charge per inch. So on a small scale, it's $5 per square inch, up to 20. I mean, don't quote me on it. It's like $5 per square inch for a small one. Then it's $4 a square inch for medium-sized paintings, and then for extremely large paintings, it's $3 a square inch. So the pay scale per inch method works, and I kind of like it. You know, it's not expensive, and but it's not cheap. You know, I'll tell you, people spend a lot of money on all types of stuff. And the reality is, you put one of these paintings in your living room, you're gonna have a talk to do about for every time family come over. I done families. I done family. I just sold a Lundquist. You know, he made the Hall of Fame. The Rangers, the goalie Lundquist. Hope I said it right.
Yeah.
I just sold that. You know, shout out to all the audience. You know, I got to tell you, Jimmy Calandria, I went on just talking with him for a little bit. And if I could tell you all the people that jumped on my Instagram and said what's up, you know, people out there, you know, I got, you know, I'm taking pretty much steps forward. You know, it's like when you go to the gym, it's like, how far you want to go? You trying to get big? You always say, I'm not trying to get big, but every time you go, you still getting stronger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. So I put a link for your Instagram in the description of this video. If you guys want to check it out, go to the description of this video. Just click on the link, and you could go right to his Instagram, and you can order a painting from him if that's what you want to do. He's got some incredible stuff. I want to get deeper into your story, man. The next time I have you come on, I want to have
it's getting, you know, I gotta shout out another this other one. He's his name is Mitty. It's actually he had a great story I just watched on Heritage, and his family was in the Holocaust. So it's Mitty Leiber's son. I'm not even saying the last name. If I chopped it up, they chop up my last name a million times wrong, but I'm gonna have to get that to say it right. But actually, it was one of the men whose table who donated $25,000 right off the jump at the Red Cross. It was amazing. So hold on a second. Yeah, ma.
Don't people financial status without knowing what they put in, Bobby?
My wife, that's top security clearance.
A lot of commendable stuff.
My wife always they donate a lot of money to the Red Cross. You know, they're great people, you know, who donated money to the Red Cross. And I was just actually watching. Does so much for so many people with cancer, for animals. It's amazing what he does. So you know, I'm gonna probably corroborate with him in the future, and within some paintings, you know, and just always trying to move forward in life and
awesome,
better,
man.
You know, better ourselves, and I better my studies as well. Maybe
man, grow the mind. That's what it's about.
To Las Vegas, you wind up catching some of my paintings. Everybody gonna start seeing. You're gonna start seeing that name, Robert. That you're gonna see that name tagged up on the screen on the painting. You can be like, I know that guy. You know, I have 3 paintings, and
man,
place Casa Sofrito, It's Jimmy Bronx Cafe. He had spots from in the Bronx, Manhattan. Now he got a spot out in Westchester, Jimmy Bronx Cafe. But it's called Casa de Sofrito. And I got about 4 paintings up there. I got a Roberto.
And they got your paintings?
Yeah, I got a bar. I had them up there for quite a few years. I wind up meeting I met Eric B up there. They was there. There was actually the one in Manhattan. Louis Guzman from Carlitos Way, the Spanish dude. You know, Charles Oakley. Charles Oakley. That's a big brother right there. Charles Oakley from the Knicks. You know, the bad brother there, Charles Oakley. Yeah. Yo, when I saw him when he came
of
in,
course, man.
To Jimmy's thing. You know, I'm a New York. I love all New York teams, man. You a New York team? I love New York teams. So I was walking by. I was like, "Yo, what up, Charles?" Yo, he looked like he was ready to throw down. I was I'm just Knicks, man. Yo, what up, Knicks, man?
Man, when I was younger, man, the Knicks were my favorite team when I was a kid, man.
Yeah, man, yeah. Yo, I love the Knicks, but the Chicago Bulls tore them up.
They never used to win. They never used to win. They never used to win, but I still was rocking with them, man.
Michael Jordan took over the whole game. Like everybody went Michael Jordan crazy.
Yeah, man.
He won rings after rings. Thank God we had a John Starks with one shot. He did that dunk on Jordan.
They might as well have just put the ball away, man, once he got on the court.
Shot the dunk. So that made a big thing. You know, again, shout out to everybody in the room. You know, if anybody's interested, you know, check out the page. Feel free, browse. You know, throw a like out there. Not everything has to be buy and sell. Like with the media, we just all support each other, you know. Trying to paint the not Biden, but trying to paint the president.
try to paint the world, man. You could end up getting one of your paintings in the White House, man. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll practice every day for that move.
That's the type of thing you would want, you know.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, I don't stop. Like you said, how much more you want? Everybody wants more. You know, that's a question you can ask anybody. How much
whatever
more
you want, you get. Whatever work you put in is what you get back, man. Whatever you put in is what you get back. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I'm always, I'm always doing the right thing. I try to, I always try to do the right thing, and then I flip the bird every once in a while because if you too good, too good, I want the big guy upstairs being like, yo, we need him on the team. He's a goody. So that's why you got to flip the bird and be like, F you. And then the guy's like, oh, no. He was a goody. He flipped the bird. We can't have that up here. So put him on an extended list. We don't want him too fast. I don't want to get up there too
man.
quick.
They're going to be like, make him wait a little longer.
Yeah, give me a little bit more time, man.
Shout out to Chicky, Gianni.
I love food. I love living. I love laughing. Why not enjoy life? You know what I'm saying?
Anthony Ilio, shout out to you. He said, God bless these guys for your service.
Yo, and shout out to all my brothers in 187, Field Artillery, all my old school. One of my brothers getting married. And all great friends, man. They're all good dudes, man. All of them. They all went out to Iraq. I couldn't go out to the war. I had diabetes, so they wasn't accepting that. Like you didn't need to shoot me. You could have just gave me a candy bar and take me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give a
you could have gave me a candy bar.
Give him a candy bar, man.
Tell me where the platoon is at. I'm not telling you nothing. Get the Twix. They're like, get the Skittles.
Get the Twix, man.
Get the freaking Skittles. We're gonna light this kid up right about now. I'm like, Skittles.
That's too funny.
No,
like,
not the Skittles.
Sugar rush.
Yeah, man. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you, some characters in the army, boy. Yeah, they used to call me from Iraq because back then, again, I was a street kid myself. So I used to do funny shit in the army, man. I was a little bit out of control through the army, but I'm not looking for that whole Tupac resume to throw it out there. I wish I didn't. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, man. Hey, you live and you learn, right?
Yeah, I have a blast, man. In that garbage truck, man, I laugh every day. There's a million things to laugh at. You know, some people who walk around in misery, they having issues. That's what it is. People who walk around, they having a bad day.
Listen, man,
because they got issues. You know, I'm.
It's because you can't sweat the small stuff, man. If you got God in your life, and you give it all to Him, then the small shit don't bother you, man. You know?
Yeah, I keep God in my life, but I keep it like right here, though. You know, I haven't gone to church in a minute. Like I said, I'm one of the nicest dudes in the world.
Hey,
but,
man,
but
it
you gotta
doesn't
keep,
matter.
You know,
it doesn't
once
matter,
in a while,
man.
you gotta be like,
it's all real.
You gotta flip a bird every once in a while.
Yeah, man.
You know, you can't get too goody on people, man. Like I said, God being like, yeah, that's a good dude,
I do that all the time. I do it every day.
Damn, man, for real.
But yo, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna have you come out to Vegas, man, play some golf with us, and I'll bring you out to dinner. It'll be good.
What golf place you going to? Because I know this really nice spot in Vegas. But it's miniature golf though. I mean, like you play miniature golf or you playing like the real deal?
No, man, the real golf,
the
man.
golf game.
I'm talking about the golf carts,
you
man.
can flip the whole golf thing around and play like a pool shot. You know, I'm shooting the shot in the freaking.
Yo, it's right.
Little house. It's a little golf ball corner pocket. You know, boom.
It would be
you know, the golf game turned into a freaking party. All of a sudden, we're on the golf place like. A little music, blah blah blah.
That should be a party anyway, man. It's right on the strip. It's right.
You don't need to use your golf stick.
Big ass.
Yo, my man, let me borrow your cane real quick.
Oh yeah, man.
Corner pocket pool. I would call everybody on the gimme too. Like, you know, when you play golf, the gimme. You know about the gimme when somebody's like, nah, that's a gimme. Come on, man, stop playing. You need to shoot that. I'll challenge him every time. You can't do it with me. Unless you like Tiger Woods or something. I'll be like, well, it's Tiger.
Yo, this Gianni wants to know.
Yo, what up, Gianni?
Gianni wants to know how long you been painting for.
Oh, for years, man. You know, I actually, I've been drawing since like the 3rd grade. Kid right next to me, he's a great friend of mine. Actually, he's on my Instagram. He's actually on my Facebook. His name is Armando Gonzalez, and he's been a grand master at 3rd grade. I was so inspired by him since 3rd grade drawing. Like I always wanted to do what he was doing. And everybody out there, look him up, Armando Gonzalez. He's actually, I think the sanitation truck on my page. Look at that truck. The guy who does that, he does racing cars. He's phenomenal. I always my people, I love them to death because they're always good people. But I started from drawing, and then after drawing, I realized the pictures I was drawing weren't the pictures that I was looking at, you know. So I had to stop and study. So I wanted to answer your question, right? That was long. I let that one ride. I gotta say maybe about 8 to 10 years or something like that. Actually, I'm gonna show you one of my first paintings, and this is a picture of my wife, and she hangs up. It's in the living room. She had it for years since I first started. I'm gonna show you. One second. It's right here. It's right here.
Yeah, let me see that, man.
This was.
Yo, thank you everyone that's watching. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell.
This was an acrylic. This is an acrylic painting of my wife, and I did that so many years ago. And you know what? It's my first picture, and she loved it, and it's been there for years. Kind of dusty though. It's a little dusty. It's in the living room, but what made the paintings better was studying. I was on YouTube. I did a lot of studying. All my studies is on YouTube. YouTube's at the top of his game. You can learn anything in YouTube. I love YouTube.
So
man.
you're self-taught, man. You're self-taught.
Self-taught anything. I couldn't find the windshield wiper fluid in my truck one day, and I YouTubed it, and I was like, come on, man, what an idiot. I felt stupid. It was like right there. I was like, come on, man. Come on. But yo, YouTube, I changed the oil in my snowblower. I did my snowblower in the yard, you know, because of YouTube. But I learned everything on YouTube, and all it is practice and studying, you know. learning my colors, how I mix colors for years, about a good 10 years. And and even right before the show, I was on YouTube watching mixing colors. That's probably one of the biggest things in art. We're not even using black no more. We're mixing ultramarine blue with a dark Van Dyke brown or something like that. Or it gives you that black, but you could fade that black into like a brown, or you could fade that black into a blue. I could go cold or hot, either direction, with a black that I created. It's a lot of work. Just prepping the canvas. You're doing when you do a painting, just to throw it out there, I'm gonna do it brief. You're doing it in a few stages. The painting I showed you with the Hasidic, man, I did that in like 6 hours. I pushed the gun on it because of all my studying, and I got that. I could actually throw 3 more hours on that and go more crazy with it. But you got to know when to say that's it. You got to know when to say that's it. But that's stages.
Nice, man. It's really nice,
there's certain drawing stages that on YouTube, like, you got to remember, people edit stuff. So they'll do the first phase, edit, wait their 5 days or whatever it takes, because they got to do laundry, shopping, wife, kids, this, that, and the third, and then they'll throw in the middle stage, and they'll edit all those stages together. And you as a person not understanding that, you're trying to add all those stages together, and you're getting like a mess. And then again, I reach out to artists that are like, really, they're amazing. I love that painting I did, the Hasidic, and I actually sent it to them. They liked it. I'm not gonna act like they were floored over it, but they loved it, because their work is just as a husband and wife. They nasty with it, but I'm right there too. That's the secrets to certain artists that they don't want to tell you, man, because they don't want you to be the next best thing.
You're doing it.
Yeah, I follow a guy, Cesar Santos.
They want to hold you back.
But I hit him up too. Hit up that artist you like to see if they respond to you. And some do and some don't. But there's ones out there that are real, and they'll respond to you. I respond. I had my man Joey D show me a picture. Shout out to my man Joey D. He followed Jimmy Cohen. And he was like, I didn't even respond by text, but I called him up, and I gave him some good pointers on doing the next painting. So anybody out there, you working on painting, you like to paint, you want to paint, you want to, I'm also going to be putting YouTube channels, tutorials out there on starting canvases and mixing colors. And you're going to get all that without the big words, because I'm learning it from YouTube. So I'm gonna try to get the big words in there, but you got these people that go to the colleges, art institute in France or Paris or something like that. I'm going to
say all this crazy. They say all these crazy ass words you can't understand.
Yeah, you going to the Art Institute of Staten Island, house in Staten Island. It's the same, and I'll keep it.
Liz said you have fabulous personality.
Yeah, anybody have any questions?
You have a fabulous personality and awesome positive energy.
Feel free to reach out and throw me a question. I'll try to break it down to the best of my knowledge. And if I don't know the answer, YouTube will. So if you're looking up YouTube first, they'll beat you to the punch. You know what I'm saying? They probably beat you to the punch. The only thing is I'll be more honest with you. There's a million questions in the art game. It's just which way you want to direct them.
Yeah. Well, you're doing it, man, and I appreciate you taking the time for me. The reason why we did this early is because Jimmy Calandro's having a show at 6:30, and he's having Tommy Dates tonight, and I didn't want to. It's 6:30, so I didn't want to overlap it.
Yeah, I'm about to jump on that too. Man. My man Jimmy Calandro. That's my man right there. Great brother, man.
Shout out to Jimmy Calandro.
The Staxx family. Yo, Staxx, thank you, brother, for allowing me the time, brother. Man. I'll see you at Jimmy's. Peace.
Definitely, man. Thank you. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop.
I got you, guys.
Till next time, man. Thanks again, bro.